Why do you think it's been so hard, especially in the Caribbean families and communities, to talk openly about mental health?
Stigma is one of them, like we spoke about last week. Stigma in the Caribbean, we associate the term mental health as something negative rather than positive, in a sense of where we can actually, receive services.
The things that I hear most often when somebody says, I want you to go get counseling, the first thing they say is, me no paraman.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, whoa, where's that coming from?
Like nothing is wrong with me.
As if you have a mental health issue, it's the extreme version.
Correct.
Almost to the point where like, okay, this person needs medication, this person needs to be, off island in a program, rather than you just struggling. I have anger issues, right? I feel more tired than often, more often than not.
Right. People more correlated to being crazy per se, right? That's the moniker that people tend to use when describing what they think the actual issue is, or and as such, because of that, it comes off more when somebody's saying to you, hey, you need a hand, you need some help, or you should go and talk to somebody. That is more of an offensive approach to anyone, male or female, coming from that. And sometimes you necessarily need to tell somebody, hey, I think you should either come with me to go see somebody, or you should see someone and I can recommend.
Well, I would say Renan Steele. Currently my hat I'm wearing is Deputy Commissioner, but I'm also a licensed clinician. So culturally, we were raised to not only be strong as a people, but resilience was always pushed into us because of everything we experienced. And that same resilience that our parents raised us under for Gen Zs have told us to keep your stuff private. You don't share your business in a culture. You don't want to be labeled as if you're dealing with something mentally and emotional.
Or come off weak.
Exactly. And like Marcus said, they always see the deep end of the spectrum, and they don't realize how many people are walking around each day still functioning, however, have some internal struggles, dealing with situations at home. Gen Z is trying to learn, how do I transition as I'm becoming a young adult? Do I see myself fit in? And because of all the advancements during the Gen Z generation with technology, everything, they have also at the same time become the ones that's more open to accepting help and seeking help because they see it available, whether it's online, through social media, exposure and stuff like that. So on one end, they're exposed to a lot of things that could be detrimental to their mental wellness because we kind of line ourselves up to, do we compare to what we're seeing? But at the same time, because they're open, it gives a door in to get some assistance.
Okay, and I'll use